So I work with Hugh, and he's 65. He has Asperger's syndrome. I've been working with him for more than 2 years. And the situation is that he's always had a single bed all his life, because his parents are passed, and he now lives on his own. His sister lives away, and I support him in his life to have whatever he wants. Mm.
Oh, honey. Oh.
And we were just talking about just going through his world, making his life better, and going through his house. And I just said, are you happy with this bed? Because I was worried about his weight and his sleep, and I got him to have a sleep study, and now he's got a CPAP machine. I'm trying to improve everything. And I said, are you happy with this bed and this bedroom? You know, because I believe, you know, he can have whatever he wants. And then he talked about how he's always had a single bed. And then we were talking about, would he like, you know, I said, some people have queen beds or king beds. Would you like more room? And then I shared, he thought only people that were married, where there were two people in the bed, could have a bigger bed. And I said that you can actually be a single person and have a queen bed. I've got a queen bed. My father isn't alive. My mum's on her own. She has a king bed. And I was sharing that possibility with him. Yeah. And he said he would like a queen bed.
Oh.
And so we went shopping and we bought one.
So when did she say he's vulnerable?
So yesterday I was actually with him, and the bed was being delivered, and she rang me, shocked about the cost of the bed and and on that phone call she was saying, from now on, any purchases he makes over $1,000, you need to run by me. And now she wants weekly reports and all this kind of thing. And at one point she said to me, Hugh is very vulnerable. Hugh is vulnerable. And that was the one that hurt. Everything else I was okay with.
What meaning did you put on that when she said Hugh is very vulnerable?
Well, that's in my number 2. I want her to know I would never take advantage of him.
So that's what you assumed. It's like, she doesn't trust me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hugh is vulnerable. She doesn't trust me.
Yeah, that fits.
Okay, so we'll all hold that as we sit in this together. I can see the apartment. I've never been there. I can see the bed. We've never been there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I can see her on the phone talking to you, and I wasn't there. But we can all see those images in our own way. So she says he is vulnerable. She doesn't trust you. Is it true? You bought him that bed for $5,000 and she doesn't trust you. Is it true?
Yes.
And how do you react? And honey, this is so beautiful to meditate in what your head was looking like when you believed that. There is a story of the past where you're just happily buying the bed and serving him, not even just taking care of her brother. And then you see the future where you're going to lose your job, someone else is going to be there, and Hugh's not going to get the care that he deserves. And you see those images. What were they like for you? Is that close?
Yeah, I just see the images of just me being different with him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you having to, you said earlier, he can have anything he wants. And that gave you such delight to serve him. And she doesn't trust you. How do you react now? You have to be careful.
Yeah, now I have to be worried about what I say, and I can't sort of breathe or move. I was even like that with him then. We were playing a beautiful game of Scrabble, and then he's so beautiful and he knew I was upset, and he just said, he's so sweet. He just said, oh, Tammy, I never want you to be upset. And he said, you've got your beautiful mother. Could you go home tonight and talk to your beautiful mother about this? He's just so lovely, like, and we just love each other like so much, and it's like nobody understands or something.
Okay, honey. So,
and I didn't want to be upset because he could feel it.
okay, so be there now. I think we all have the picture. We'll settle into it. So all of us be there now.
Yeah.
Now we're sitting at the Scrabble game. And that beautiful, beautiful exchange, as usual, that beautiful exchange between the two of you. And the thought, she doesn't trust me. Okay, so now drop the thought, who would you be without the thought? She doesn't trust me. Be in that Scrabble game now. Minus that thought of images past and future where it's all in jeopardy.
Yeah. I see I'd just be back with him. I'd be present and I'd play my next turn on the Scrabble board.
And nothing has changed in your relationship.
No, and I would actually just be thinking, I'd just be thinking that he has a loving sister. He does. He has a really loving sister, a sister that just loves him.
Nothing has changed other than that movie in your head. Without it, there the two of you are.
Yeah.
And he has a beautiful sister.
Yeah.
That is keeping everything protected in the only way she knows how.
That's right. That's true.
Now let's look at 2.
She shouldn't accuse me indirectly, because she was not exactly saying what she was meaning, but she was.
Take the word indirectly out of there, because you felt accused.
Yeah.
She shouldn't accuse you.
Yeah. And do you want me to read the other 2 or just go with that one?
Yes.
Okay. She should share her vulnerability.
Okay, so turned around. I shouldn't accuse her.
Yeah. I shouldn't accuse her.
And I should share with her my vulnerability.
Yeah. I should share with her.
Go ahead. I should share with her.
I should share with her my vulnerability.
And of all people in the world that understand how to naturally flow out of that kind of thing, it's you, Tammy. Your sensitivity is just so, and your love for this man, it's just so obvious. I shouldn't accuse her. And I should share my vulnerability with her.
Yeah, I shouldn't accuse her of not trusting me.
And also, I shouldn't accuse me.
Yeah, I did. Because
not because you were the 2 of you having an amazing time living your lives together as you understood it. And then there's her on the phone wanting some accounting and accusing you of doing the wrong thing, accusing her of not trusting you. It's this scrambled eggs in your head. Who would you be without the story? Without these shoulds?
I see the image of the bed coming. So not long after, of course, the bed arrived, because I was there clearing the space and vacuuming for it all. And as soon as it arrived, I was overwhelmed again with feeling like I did the wrong thing, and then attempting to stop that thought and all that. Yeah.
She just asked for accounting and said her brother's vulnerable.
That's it. That's true.
He just wants to assure he has enough money for a beautiful lifetime. And you do too.
Yeah. yeah, for the whole long of it, as long as it
Money's
is.
not drawing interest.
Yeah, yeah. And she, yeah, yeah.
So both of
Actually, yeah, I just remembered she took responsibility for that, and she said, "Thank you for alerting me to the bank situation." She said, "I just haven't worked out what to do yet."
yeah.
And that was beautiful that she said that.
Okay. I'm not sure you're getting this because there's a lot of discussion around it, around this,
Okay.
and qualifying, but there's such important pieces to the puzzle. And when you're sitting and inquire in silence, everything you've said here is how your mind meets the question. So it's valid. And doesn't need to be spoken.
Mm.
This internal meditative process. And because we've worked number 1 and number 2, number 3 has become clearer. Let's look at 4.
I need her to say, "I would never, ever think you would take advantage of his vulnerability."
Oh, honey. You need her to say that.
No.
Not with what you've learned. So far, the two of you have everything in common, and it's his welfare and his financial security. And with your eyes closed, continue now to and witness how you react when you believe the thought that that's what you need to be happy. You need her to say that, "I know you would never ever think of taking advantage of his vulnerability."
How I reacted is I rang her back. I went outside and rang her back and said that I felt hurt and that I wanted her to know that I would never take advantage of his vulnerability. Yeah, I could just feel all the defense and justification come up, and there was so much coming up that I didn't say. I kept trying to not say it. I wanted to tell her, I was even thinking about writing an email to her today, which, with all this defense and justification, saying, I've never even let him buy me a cup of coffee. I always pay for all my own food, everything.
Defense, and she,
yeah, I
in
did.
no way did she accuse you.
Yeah, that's right. And I even, on that phone call, I told her.
Go into discussion. Because I want you to wear what you told her. Any defense, justification, how you react when you believe the thought.
Yeah.
Who would you be without your story? The story of I need her to say I would never, that requirement. I need to be happy. I need her to say I would never, ever think you would take advantage of his vulnerability.
Yeah, without it, I know who I am, and I don't need to spend time wondering about that. And I can just be hearing, I can listen, I can really hear what's happening for her.
Yes.
And I can hear that she's concerned, and she's very, that comes out of my number 5, really. She's very worried and shocked and concerned, and she's fearful.
Was she very shocked and concerned?
Yes, I think so.
Asking for more accountability. Only you can know as you listen again.
Yeah, well, that could have been me. There was all those things, and she could have just been asking for more accountability. Yeah.
I need me to say to myself, I would never.
I need me to say to myself, I would never, ever think that I would take advantage of his vulnerability.
That's it. That's the beginning place. That's the relationship you've always had with him. Only what you're thinking and believing has cost you that beautiful relationship.
Yes.
She has really invited you in to partner with her to secure his welfare and financial stability. And she's obviously very generous. I say obviously very generous because I didn't hear that she even spoke of such things before the $5,000 bed.
True. Yeah. I can see that she's generous.
You know, Tammy, when you get still, you really get some depth. For you, it may not seem like depth because you're a deep thinker. It seems to me like maybe even a meditator.
Thank you.
Oh, and you. So let's look at 5.
She is hurtful, unkind, accusory. I don't know if that's the right word. Fearful, worried, shaky, shocked, concerned, and his sister.
Now, other than that last one, is there anything, just meditating in that situation, is there anything there that still seems valid to you? Was she hurtful? Or was she just asking for help and accountability?
Yeah.
Was she really unkind?
No.
Did she accuse you? Is that true?
No. No.
She was fearful.
I don't know.
Worried, shaky, shocked.
And that was all me, I think.
And that last one, concerned.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you react when you believe those thoughts that aren't true for you now?
I'm unkind to her and to me.
And fearful.
Yeah, and I'm not with you. And I've left him on his own.
That was the most painful of all.
Yeah, and he was worried about me, which was...
So in that situation, I want hurtful.
Sorry, I am hurtful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you hurt you in your relationship with both of them. In your head.
Yes.
Nothing changed.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know.
They changed in your head. They didn't change.
Good.
You changed them. They became the them of your imagination, and you in that situation, I was unkind.
Yeah, I was unkind.
To him, to her, to you. In your mind, you had him with another caretaker, not you, because your job was threatened, blah, 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 in your head.
I was even unkind to the removal people that bought the bed. I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember the man with tattoos was so beautiful, and I was just not even looking at him. I was just trying to get through the moment.
Yes, honey. And then celebration for the two of you, for all three of you. To his sister, oh, you are so right on, and what a good idea. I'm accountable so we can both take better care of him. And oh my goodness, I can take the bed back. I can return it if you want. And
Yeah.
right now we are having the time of our life. That's who we are without our stories. I want to support her here too. Those are excellent ideas. Accountability.
Yeah.
She's the trustee.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. In that situation, I was accusatory. I was fearful, worried, shaky, shocked when I put
I
my
was.
beliefs on her simple request.
Yeah.
And I was concerned over nothing. All the wrong things, the things in my head that were in your head.
Yeah. In my head. I was believing in, yeah.
Oh, I hope you can all see from this that when we look at what we're thinking and believing, Hugh, the person we love, adore, and care for, all of a sudden we've lost him because of, and he's right there in front of our face. And also he's in lesser care than mine. I mean, so look what we have done to our beloved. And his caretaking sister, the identification you believed onto her, it's like the people we love in our life become what we are thinking and believing about them. So that's who we approach. And we wonder why we live fearfully sometimes. And sweetheart, on number 5, on the other side of this call, you can go through, what is the opposite of hurtful?
Kind.
Can you find that?
Yeah. Easy.
In that situation, what is the opposite of unkind? We look at accusatory. What is the opposite of accusatory? Joined.
Yeah. 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 She said that a number of times on the call.
What
She
did you?
wants us, she wants us to be together on this.
Yeah.
Mm.
The opposite of fearful, the opposite of worried, the opposite of shaky, the opposite of shocked and concerned about me and my inability to check finances. So you sit in those, meditate in them, and get to know this person, get closer. Because it's not just you, the whole world is in my care, meaning they're in my mind. And if I'm frightened, I need to do what you're doing today. I need to look. Oh, I need to do exactly what you've done today with this crazy head and have the best life possible and give the greatest care possible to anyone I perceive as an enemy or that I perceive as threatening my welfare. So 6.
I don't ever want to be misjudged. I don't ever want to be accused of wrongdoing.
Okay. So I am willing.
I'm willing to be misjudged.
Because what we've come to see is you were not being misjudged. You were perceiving being misjudged.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I can see I'm willing to be misjudged so that I can learn to take care of all people.
Yes, all the people in your mind's eye and what we see as in life.
Mm.
am willing to, and I look forward to being accused of wrongdoing.
I'm willing to be accused of wrongdoing. I
Yes.
look I look forward to being accused of wrongdoing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's what you were thinking and believing onto her, and we have seen no evidence through your work.
Yeah, that's true.
She accused you of any wrongdoing at all. She didn't say, take the bed back. She didn't say, I'm taking this on myself. I'm having them remove the bed. I mean, no wrongdoing, just asking for a partner. Take care of your beloved. If she has one of you, two is even better. Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you.
Oh, precious, precious.